I found my faith in you. I'll take it. I'll take it. I found my faith in you. I'll take it.
Hello, and welcome to this your favorite episode of
It's CALcast.
sponsored by MeUndies.com.
Yes, get your undies.
No, unfortunately not.
Sponsored by not uploading regularly.
That's
I haven't
true.
uploaded the last one yet.
Oh, you haven't?
No,
So we're on a
I've been really busy.
we're on a hiatus.
Yes, definitely. So yeah, hopefully I'll upload it tonight or tomorrow or something. But yeah, at the time of recording, the last episode before this isn't. What is
That
this,
gives us
episode
some
4?
buffer.
I think it's episode 4, right?
Is it?
Of season 2,
Well,
which is also just episode 14 total.
yeah. 14 total? Oh, because I guess we only had 10 episodes because we started like halfway through last year.
Yeah, it was a cool 10. So, I'm going to start off strong with a news article that 10 cows were killed, 78 rounded up after a truck overturns in I-285 traffic.
How is 78? Wait, what? 10?
There was a truck filled with cows and it overturned and
But
78 escaped and 10 died.
Oh, when I heard rounded up, I thought of the number.
No.
Like I thought they rounded 10 to 78.
The truck was carrying 89 cows from Florida to northwest Georgia when it tipped over on the I-285 East ramp. Okay, I'm not going to read the road information. Some of the animals were trapped in the truck while dozens more spilled onto the interstate.
Wait, so
Wow.
what? That seems so weird. Like you'd think that would happen more or less. I don't know.
One is still missing
One cow is still
Yes.
missing. How do you lose a whole cow?
by overturning your truck on
I
an
know, but
interstate
like
ramp.
at the same time, like cows are pretty big. Like if you ever seen a cow, they're not as small as you think.
Yeah.
And pigs too. Like you think both of those things are just kind of like nice, normal size. You're like, oh, a little bigger, a little smaller than a horse, but except for you don't understand how large a horse is. So all three of those animals, horses, pigs, and cows, are each much larger than you would expect.
Pigs are just hefty.
That's true.
They're not necessarily like really tall or anything, but they're hefty boys. During the height of the hoopla, Sandy Springs police told Channel 2 Action News as many as 70 cows could be roaming the area.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had a cow truck. Let's see what else. I've got a whole lineup of news stories. Except this is not a news story. That's just a page. Okay, this is from CNN. So say what you will, but gene editing could eliminate mosquitoes, but is it a good idea?
Mosquitoes germinate wheat.
Ooh.
So no.
There's like research basically that they can edit the genes of malaria carrying mosquitoes.
Oh,
Like there's certain species that can carry malaria.
I mean,
and so they can edit the gene so that like the males can like reproduce, but the females who have the gene
can't reproduce.
they like when they're born with the gene they can't reproduce, and they also like they're, what is it called? The little thing, the thing that they like sting you with or whatever. The proboscis.
Ooh, the proboscis.
They don't have the proboscis, so they can't drink blood, and they just die if they're female. The males continue to go on, but then eventually, if all the females have the bad gene and die, then the males will die too.
So they'll slowly
they can't reproduce.
kill. So they're just gonna slowly kill malaria. Is what I'm hearing.
Well, they could, but
Why wouldn't it be a good idea?
because it could, like, there could be other insects or whatever that mosquitoes dominate, that they would come to being. And
Yeah.
the hope is that they wouldn't be harmful, but they could be, and that's...
so they could be even worse.
Yes.
Did you hear about in North Carolina, the hurricane hit, and it was just like a bad time all in general. Well, the floodwaters actually opened up they got to some dormant mosquito eggs that have been dormant for like years or something. And there are just like swarms of mosquitoes now.
I saw an article about that.
And they're like 2 to 3 times as large as like a normal mosquito. So that's terrifying. I don't want to
giant mosquitoes.
Giant mosquito swarms of like thousands of mosquitoes.
I would, yeah.
That's just not okay.
I'm glad that I will probably never be directly affected by a hurricane.
That's true.
That is bad. Someone just moved a thing. So, on to tech stuff. Actually, let's do this one first.
Tech.
A Border Patrol agent, or I think he's like a retired one or something. Oh, he was off duty. Threw a gender reveal party for his baby and ended up starting a 47,000-acre wildfire.
What?
Because so the story is he was like gonna do this. He had filled a target with colored powder. When it exploded, it would reveal their future child's sex. Pink for a girl and blue for a boy. So the target thing was filled with like explosives and the powder. And he was gonna like shoot it, I guess. But then the explosion caused a wildfire. By the time it was fully contained over a week later, it had done $8 million worth of damage. So 800 firefighters.
Was it a baby boy or a baby girl?
I don't know if it actually says that. I don't know.
I feel like that's an important anecdote.
Oh, there are more gender reveal stories. Expectant parents have been coming up with increasingly creative ways to announce whether they're having a boy or a girl. And this summer, a Louisiana man brought out a live alligator at his wife's gender reveal party and placed a watermelon in its mouth.
What?
When the large reptile snapped its jaws, the watermelon exploded, spilling blue Jell-O onto the grass. So it was a boy.
Oh, well, that seems... Gender reveal parties seem okay as long as you don't... Literally bringing live animals that could eat your face off into it. Or setting fire.
Off explosives in your backyard. So yeah, there was that. And now we're going to go on to iPhone XS.
Oh, boy.
XS Max. Because those just came out. I think it's like $1,000 for the XS, and also I think they stopped making the 10, like the regular 10, after the XS came out. Even though they still make the 7 and the 8, but the XS Max with 512 gigabytes of storage would be $1,449 for a phone.
Oh my!
It's ridiculous.
It's just going to keep going up until iPhones are a luxury item that no one can afford, but everyone will buy.
Yeah.
So it's going to end up at the point where, I'm not going to be able to purchase an iPhone anymore, but I want one because I'm so used to the accessibility and everything of it.
Yeah.
So eventually what's going to happen is it's going to become so extravagant again that only a few people will buy it, and it'll start to lose money.
Or maybe not, because it's Apple, and
That's
you never know. Maybe they'll just stop making phones at some point.
That's true.
But there are some Android phones that are coming out that have in-screen fingerprint scanners. So the full thing is a screen, but there's a fingerprint scanner underneath the screen.
Oh.
And they work well. And I saw this video, and this guy was like, I bet Apple's going to be really excited when they invent that in a few years.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's they always present stuff that's
Oh,
been
yeah.
around for a while as if it's new,
Well, I mean, it's a good business model.
I guess. I mean, yeah, it is. And I'm wondering, like, because a lot of manufacturers, like, keep on improving stuff to make it cheaper while also having more features.
Yeah.
I wonder if Apple's doing that, but just not making it cheaper. Like, they're making it cheaper to make, but they're not making it cheaper to buy.
I'm sure that they could probably lower the cost on an iPhone a lot, but they're not going to.
Nope. So the XS, it's, from what I understand, it's basically the same as the 10.
But no different. Like, is there a
it's
difference?
a little bit more powerful. There's some new camera features and stuff. But I think the main thing with this generation is like having the XS Max.
Yeah.
And also the 10R, which is, quote, affordable. That's $750.
Oh. That seems affordable.
So, but the thing is, people have been having issues with their XS and 10S.
Oh, they haven't been charging,
Yeah.
have they?
Yeah, because the phone, when it's asleep, doesn't recognize the lightning port, like when it's plugged in.
Oh, it doesn't?
So it doesn't immediately start charging. Like, you have to unplug it and, like, wake it up and stuff.
That's odd. Why is...
I don't know. But people are also reporting poor Wi-Fi and cellular signals.
Oh, well, so you mean that it's just a garbage phone that they tried to sell?
Yes. And then some people swapped SIMs between an iPhone 8, iPhone 10, and the XS and found that LTE speeds from the exact same location are typically lower on the XS and XS Max.
Oh, well... So it sounds like I'm better right now. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's dumb.
Well, I guess what'll happen is unless you're like super like rich, you'll always kind of go for like, oh, I'll have a phone like one or two behind the best right now. So like when I upgrade, I think I have a 7 right now. Let's find out.
See, like, the thing is, I
found something S.
It's probably the 6S then.
Yep.
Does the home button is it still a button? Yeah, it is. It's a 6S.
Yeah, so I have a 6S, that means I'm like how far away from?
1, 2, 3, 4 generations at this point.
4 generations away,
I
which
guess
means
the 10 came out at the same time as the 8, so it's 3 generations.
so I'll upgrade to an 8 whenever this one starts to break, which I mean I have to pay for my own, so that will be it'll be a while.
But like, oh, why did I hit more? Okay. Basically, like, the thing is with me, I have a 7 Plus.
Yeah.
And I like the feeling of the big phone.
But they don't have...
Yeah, so I would have to only upgrade like 1 generation, which isn't that much, to the 8 Plus if I wanted to get a Plus, or do the XS Max, which is like $1,100. So I don't know.
So what I'm hearing is I'm just going to wait it out until prices start to drop.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure I could get an iPhone 8 now for cheaper than I would if I got it when it was the newest one.
Just don't wait until they stop manufacturing them, which would be in like 2-3 years.
Yeah, but by that time this phone will stop working.
Well, they've already, like, every time software or like a new phone comes out, they throttle all the other phones to make you buy a new one.
Yeah.
That was a big controversy with, like, the battery life.
Do they really do that? Like, they really...
Yeah. They, like, with the new... I think they did, like, iOS 11 at the same time as the launch of the 10 or whatever.
Yeah.
And people with iPhone 7s were reporting, like, lower battery life and phones shutting off at, like, 40% or something.
Oh, yeah, that happens to mine a little bit.
And Apple was like, oh, sorry, it's the thing in the software to make it last longer. And they're like, if you go to the Apple store for $10, we'll replace your battery or whatever it was. So that was their, like, sort of making it better, but not really.
Not really, because the problem still stands is that they're throttling it with the new all the things and the updates and the such.
Yeah. So, yeah, Apple's bad pretty much. That's
Apple's
the
bad,
gist
but
of
we
it.
still want to give them money.
Yeah, iMessage is the only reason that I still have an
iMessage, yeah, that's actually
because
very
everything else works just as well, if not better.
I like the feel of it, like the view of what an
That's true.
iPhone looks like.
But there are a couple of Android phones that I've seen like, oh, I would get that if it had iMessage. And people are like, you can get a thing to make it look like iOS on an Android, but it's not actually iOS.
Yeah.
So, unless I, like, hacked the phone to put iOS on it, like, I think that might be illegal or something. I don't know.
Don't know. I mean, you can put what's it called? Put Windows on a Mac.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like it would be a lot of work.
So, next thing, Elon Musk. Did you hear about this?
Oh, he had to resign as chairman?
Yes, he got sued for a tweet.
Yeah.
That he was going to close Tesla's stock or make it private at 420.
And then he didn't?
I don't know the details of what actually happened.
I read it a little bit. Apparently what happened was he had made he'd started talks with the other company, but nothing was finalized. It wasn't even sure, because he has to, like, I think there was a company that was going to, like, help him take it private.
Yeah.
He'd started talks, but nothing was finalized and stuff.
He said that he had the funding secured to do it, but that was when he actually hadn't discussed with anyone about how to do it. So he basically, like, lied, I guess.
Yeah, it's perjury. And he apparently, I've heard that he estimated that it was going to be $419 million, and then he made it $420 because he had a girlfriend and she liked to smoke weed. So
he did it too.
Yeah, he did.
Stream.
And it was a big thing, and I don't really know why.
Yeah, it's okay. So that happened. He stepped down as chairman of Tesla.
Wasn't he forced to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But he is still the CEO, so nothing has really changed.
Except for that it means...
Like, he's not on the board of directors or whatever it's called, but he still is the boss of Tesla. So
he decides relatively what happens. So I'm sure that some of his powers are, but it's only for 3 years that he has to step down.
Yeah. And it's also, Tesla's stock went down by like 16%.
Oh, really?
In one day. Which is actually kind of good because it's going to go back up. So,
yeah.
like,
if you want to...
Yeah. I think it might actually be back up now. Or sort of back up. But it went from like 400 and something in the tens to like 370 something.
Ooh. So if I had a lot of money, I would buy, but...
Yeah. I told my dad, I was like, hey, maybe you should consider getting Tesla stock. They went down by like 17% today. And he was like, oh, good idea. I don't know if he actually did.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, that happened. And actually today, October 1st, when we're recording this,
yeah,
is NASA's 60th birthday.
NASA's 60th birthday today?
Yes.
Well, happy birthday, NASA.
They started officially on October 1st in 1958. Before that, they had they were like a laboratory or something, but they weren't like an official government thing, I guess. And then we got let's see some milestones. 1969, Atlas Centaur rockets launch Mariner 6 and 7 in the spring for flyby missions to Mars. July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 lands first man on the moon. So that was 49 years ago. Dude, next year, July 20th, is going to be the 50th anniversary of the moon landing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Minion movie for some reason.
Minions.
But I know that, like, that's not
the
true.
The Minions were on the moon first.
They were.
It's going to be very loud. Maybe. I don't know. It's just going to be like a clicky.
Yeah. Well, the Minions were on the moon, but probably before. I don't know. I don't know Minion lore.
But you teach AP Minion anatomy.
Yeah, that's not AP Minion history.
What about? Well, you teach Minion theory and anatomy.
I'm not very good on the history.
You're not well
part.
versed in the Minion
Their
history.
lore, their ancient lore, is not my strong suit.
1980s, the shuttle era. First space shuttle launched in 1981. Let's see what else. 1991 center, whatever. Basically, 60th anniversary of NASA is today, which I thought was cool. Because
That is cool.
I like space.
Yes, space. So Homecoming's coming out. We're gonna have to march in the parade, which is gonna be real fun.
Yeah. Hopefully Zach has fallen over twice. Well, he fell over last year because he couldn't see over his gigantic bass drum. And then the year before that, he fell out, like he couldn't keep going because it was just exhausting carrying like 40-pound drum. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
40-pound done.
So hopefully he's playing snare this time, and so
I bet he'll make it this time.
He will.
I wouldn't.
It would
I'm
be
sure
really funny if
everyone
he
will.
didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone will make it. Well, most
Yes.
people. I mean, it's not that hard, especially depending on what date you get, because it's been kind of cold. It's been a chillier year.
You walk with cymbals.
That's true.
But you
But
can't say that it's not that. I mean, you can say that it's not that hard for you.
we're in
but-
better uniforms too, unless we're wearing our.
No, we're wearing the regular uniforms.
We're wearing regular uniforms. Okay. But
That would be funny if we just the black robes marching down the street.
well, no. See, I was thinking we might wear the white shirts.
Oh yeah. No, I think we're just doing the regular stuff.
Okay.
Because it's just like pep band thing.
If we do black shirts, white
You
shirts,
said
that would
doo-doo.
not be bad. Yeah, I did say doo-doo. I would not mind doing black shirts if we're gonna.
Yeah. If we don't have to wear the stuffy uniform.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the dance. We got the dance. What is that, next Saturday?
Yeah, floats. The game, which is,
Homecoming court.
homecoming court.
There were, in the junior class, there were 2 girls and a tie for 3 boys.
Yeah, I know. I
So
saw.
I don't
heard
know
about
how they're
that.
going to do that, like walking out onto the field, but
I guess one guy's walking by himself.
or 2 guys are walking with 1 girl.
That one too.
Who knows? There's someone with keys rattling.
And they're coming in here.
Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Good.
You're fine.
You're fine. Get my phone.
Yeah.
Oh. That was an automatic thing.
Yeah. Okay, back to. I realized while we were sitting here. At first, I thought when he was walking in, he was a teacher or something, and I realized that we're only vaguely supported now. Like, technically, we don't have a sponsor anymore.
Yeah. I mean,
Even when we had a sponsor, it was very loosely a sponsor.
mhm.
Like, they could probably if they wanted to, they could try to shut us down at any point.
I don't see any reason to, though. Unless we say a naughty word or something.
Yeah.
Which we haven't yet.
Yeah. Frick.
Dude, don't say that.
I'm sorry.
But, where were we? Homecoming. Were you in the middle of something?
I don't remember. We were going to homecoming. The game will be a game
Oh, yeah.
that we will win because, that's how homecoming works. You pick bad teams to play against. Hopefully...
That team last week was terrible.
They were not as bad as I thought they were going to be. I was really hoping for a running clock, immediately, but
we still beat them 38-0 or something.
Yeah.
Our football team's just ridiculous.
Yeah, they're pretty. Yeah, I think they're good. I don't actually know.
I mean, we win a lot, so
I imagine that means we're good. Who knows? I'd it'd be cool if they won the championship, but that also means we have to go play for them.
Yeah. I mean, that was fun.
It was fun,
but it was raining half the time while we were there. If it was better weather, it'd be more fun.
Yeah, but hopefully they will do well, and I'm sure they'll win. And homecoming, the game probably won't last long because, other than the halftime stuff, because we aren't performing. So
we aren't.
No, we don't perform on homecoming because we performed on homecoming 1 year, and it took too long, and they got a penalty because we were on the field for too long. So we don't do that anymore because we don't want everyone to hate us.
Well, so there's the dance.
Yeah, all the homecoming festivities. Is Powder Puff Blaze? No, they're playing some other time.
I haven't gone to those.
I went to one. I didn't go to the first one.
I just feel because football doesn't interest me.
And you don't think Powder Puff would interest you in any more ways?
No.
But
yeah, because I go to the football games because I'm in marching band, but other than that, no, I don't go to any of them.
Yeah, so. There aren't that many I went last year and there were 3 people who were there. like 3.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just not as big of thing as it is in some of the schools, I guess.
Yeah. I guess there's just not many girls at this point that want to play football.
Well, I think a lot of them play. But
also, most of the big turnout at football games is girls who aren't playing football that come to the regular football games.
Yeah, and
so when you flip it, it's
also I'm sure a bunch of there are not a lot of dads. I'm sure there are a lot of dads who go out to see the football game. They're yeah, football, but not as much with.
Female football.
Yeah.
Dad, bro.
Yeah, but. He threw off our rhythm when he walked in. We were in
the middle of something. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, so that's fun.
But Isaac has to.
Well, I don't have to go yet.
Oh,
probably for 20.
Okay.
Do we have anything else to talk about? Really?
Not really. But we're hopefully gonna get better because next week I want to have the Neyharts.
Which would be cool, because people like the Neyharts.
Yes.
They're cool. And if not, I will work tirelessly. That's not true. But I will work tirelessly to find us other guests, because I can do that. That is my brief contribution to this show.
Yes, also forgive me for not uploading, because I'm terrible.
Well, also, you had other stuff to do. You'll get to see us Thursday talk, me talk.
Yeah.
And you'll get to see the video
of Poland.
Yeah, for Poland.
Except, why are we saying this now? Because this comes out Saturday.
Oh. Well, you saw. You
saw us Thursday. Unless something horrible happened.
Mm-hmm.
Then, wow.
Who knows?
Wow, if something horrible happens, we just predicted it.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what will happen. Who knows? Hopefully it will go well. Everyone in the school will go to Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Poland's pretty cool.
And they'll overfill the country, and
yes.
They'll have to kick people out.
Don't think that's how it works.
No, but seriously, what would they do? Would they have to reject people, I guess, if 200 people wanted to go to Poland?
Well, I'm
that
sure.
would literally fill up an entire plane.
Yeah, I'm sure that there are some people wouldn't be allowed to go. Like from a base like a base understanding of, hey.
Also, the camp would not be able to support that.
Oh no, the camp would not be able to support that.
There's like
But
200
some
people there total.
Yeah, I'm sure some people wouldn't act but they'd evaluate because they do the whole evaluation packet. Some people just wouldn't fill out the packet. Some people, and that would weed them out. Some people wouldn't be allowed to go because after like the vetting process and the interviews, they'd be like, nope. Then some people, I'm sure they'd vet them out further. Like, I'm sure that if a whole bunch of people wanted to go, they'd be like, hey, there are reasons why you can't go to this. Maybe you want to go to a different one. They get people to go to other trips. Then they would eliminate people based on other things. Like they asked if you're dating anyone who's going on the trip. They'd probably definitely
I was tempted to put Zach on there for my application.
Yeah, that would be a funny joke, except for I'm sure Cal would have taken it really seriously.
Yeah.
So that might have been a problem.
Except that like when I applied, Zach was like already accepted.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know what would happen to him. If I
Oh,
did
that would have been it would have just been a huge
I would have been like,
deal.
it's a joke.
Yeah. But yeah, and then they'd separate couples, stuff like that, probably to weed it down to a good number of people that the camp could actually support. Because I'm sure the camp could support a good number of people because they had the fish huts and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Yeah. But
I wouldn't want to sleep in one of those. I feel like
no.
it would get really cold. And also wet.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
see you next time.
Neyhart's next time, hopefully.
Or maybe not.
B&E Neyhart.
If not, maybe some other
Band.
friends.
Yes.
Hopefully some people. Wasn't Wesley going to be a regular guest at some point?
He said he would be able to because he can drive now, but every time I ask him, he can't do it. So.
Well, I will text him and pester him until he comes.
I mean, he has a dentist appointment today, so
Okay,
that's fair. But
that's
sometimes it's just like I can't.
Okay, so maybe Wesley. Who knows?
Yes,
We'll find out.
This is a shorter one, but it's just us.
Yeah.
We're supposed to have guests. Like, that's kind of the point of this.
But
we've gone
and
like...
then, well, 1 second. It was working well without guests, and then our rhythm got thrown off because the dude walked in, which I mean, he was doing his job. I'm not like, gosh, but
Janitor man.
Yeah.
49.
it threw off our rhythm.
Yeah.
So hopefully you didn't have to see any awkward of us kind of like blah.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
gonna-
the thing where he's in there, I might keep that in.
keep parts of it in.
Yeah. So yeah, goodbye. We leave now. Thanos snaps. Tribute.
You should just make one of us dissolve.